nobody tests for Cryptosporidium. Here's the reason. Let's say I've got 7 good ponds. That means I'd have to get 70 liters. Dunbar! Hey Dunbar. Blackjack. Everybody, woo, let's go! Woo! 139, getting there yet? Not there yet. Woo, come on! Christy's ready. Come on, babies. Oh yeah, now we know something's up. They hear that sound. Oh yeah, they're excited. Hey guys, welcome back to Cross Timbers Bison. This is the new Dunbar and Blackjack herd, and it's time to move them. You guys ready? Peaches, calves, Belle, everybody. Dunbar! This is one of their favorite moves, is this right here. Coming through this gate into the 80-acre burn unit. Ooh, somebody's making noise back here. Hey, Dunbar. Oh. Did you guys hear that? Listen, that. Ooh, the flies are bad. Looks like we need to get some diatomaceous earth out or something. All these calves looking good. Hey, Peaches. All right, let's push this through here. Got the old ranch hand with. Good for nothing. Just support. Moral support. And they get to reunite with Eleanor again. Everybody's in? Oh yeah, first place. They did this last time I let them out. They just started wallering right here in this old berm pile. There ain't much left but ash. Obviously the ash is great for ticks and flies. And who is that? Dunbar? Dunbar was the first one to hit it. Oh yeah. That'd be a good place for that diatomaceous earth. There goes another cow rolling around. Well, they'll be happy in here. 20 bison on 80 acres. Lots of forage. They'll be happy. Lots of cover. The rain has definitely helped us. This is ironweed. They're not going to eat that, but there's Blackjack. Blackjack hadn't been out here in over a year at least, so. All right, ranch hand. Let's go follow them around and make sure they're behaving. See if we can find Eleanor and all the pretty flowers. Hey, kid. They took off. Look at Dunbar. Oh my gosh, they're so happy. Oh, they're definitely gonna go find Eleanor. Grand old time. Meanwhile, I can see Eleanor barely laying down right there. Or she's up eating, one of the two. The grass is so tall. They're all still running. Hey Jackie, you made it. So pretty to see them out here. So we burnt this 40 acres back in February, and this is how it looks now. It looks great. A lot of native stuff coming back, I guess you could say. Blue stem. There's some Johnson grass. Not a huge fan of that stuff. May have to manage it, but way to manage it, graze it. Eleanor's gonna be shocked when she first sees the herd. She'll be like, oh my, where'd they all come from? I think she'll be pretty excited to see him, because it's been a while. It's been a couple months since Eleanor has seen this herd, and things have changed. Big Joe is gone. There's red dogs out here now, so it's gonna be kind of a reintroduction for her, and should be fun, exciting. What are these two doing? Sillies. But she'll be happy to see him, I'm sure. Eleanor's been hanging out down here in the cool little wet spot there. I see you, girl. Hey, Eleanor. Family's here. All right, guys, I'm so excited to bring this to you. I just want to say thank you for your patience, and thank you for your comments and questions about one of my favorite products that has been missing for a while. And in this business, as far as meat products, it has been a learning curve. It has been a challenge working with packing companies to create awesome products for you guys. We had a packaging company and everything was growing great, and then they sold it. It was only like an hour and 15 minutes from us. It was perfect. Sticks were great. We were making better ingredients, all these things. Well, the company sold. That forced us to switch to a new packaging company. Well, when you start over, you have to create new labels. Those have to be inspected and certified and good to go. Well, you kind of have to create a new relationship with these packaging and processing companies. This one is 4 hours away. Quite a bit different than an hour. So you can imagine the time that goes into it. Not only that, of traveling, taking the animals there, getting your products, bringing them back. You got to raise the animals. By the way, these animals here that you see, guys, whether it's the Big Joe herd or the Dunbar herd, blackjack herd. None of these animals are ever used in our products. This is our breeding stock. This is what we've invested in for genetics and good breed stock. So excited. Our sticks are available again at crosstimbersbison.com, guys. We have the original, less sodium. We worked hard on this to try to get the sodium down. And then another one of the fan favorites, the sweet barbecue. Got a little hint of honey in there. These are 1 ounce, 100% bison snack sticks. Just right here in this 1 ounce snack sticks, 6 and 7 grams of protein right here. Less fat than beef, lower in cholesterol. You want something lean and clean, our 100% bison snack sticks, raised in Oklahoma, packaged in Oklahoma, and can come right to you. Check out our different packages. You can get them in 10s, 20s, and 30s. Lunch on the go, easy, pack along snack if you're hiking or anything like that. It'll be right here, only at Cross Timbers Bison. Thank you guys for your support. All right, guys, I need to apologize about something from my last video, and I forgot to mention something. And so a lot of you brought it up, which I appreciate, and that's why I love reading my comments, because I get great feedback. Some of it is a little rough and aggressive sometimes. That's okay. That's just how some people are. And sometimes we need to hear it, I guess, if you want to say that. But other than that, we have great followers. Thank you guys for being awesome followers. We're raising the American bison. How can you not love the American bison, right? So I appreciate your comments, good or bad, constructive criticism. We appreciate it. So something I forgot to mention is I talked about establishing a new water system of fresh water using those tire tanks. There's 2 concerns that were brought up in my last video. 1, how are you going to keep them out of this pond? Great point. I failed to mention that in my last video. I watch a lot of Greg Judy stuff, and I learned this from him, is when you do set up those new water systems, you have to block the animals off from getting in your ponds. And so one way you can do that is fence it off. And in our situation, because we've established hot wire fencing, that is the method we'll more than likely have to do to keep these animals out of this pond. When you look at this pond, you're like, Dusty, it looks disgusting. Well, yeah, it is. This little pond here may hold water 3 months out of the year. It's not very deep, but when we get a lot of rain, it fills up. It's kind of in this old railroad line, which you see as a power line now. When they built it up, obviously, it created a little control, little flood control, little pond control right here. And so it may hold water 3 months out of the year. It's nasty. We know what happens. We know what they do in it. Poop, pee, and drink in it, right? Laying it, bathing it. Especially this time of year when we're reaching 100 degrees. Right here, there's some coon tracks. We've seen the pig wallows in other ponds around here. So we know what kind of animals are coming in and out of here. But for sure, the bison or cattle, when they hit these ponds, they're going to do those things in it. And what that leaves behind, that builds up, is called E.coli, which is obviously bad news bears. E.coli is obviously very important. So when we establish those water systems, we're going to have to put something up here. Now, permanent, I'm not a huge fan of the permanent fencing around these ponds. This pond, we could slough it out and just drain it if we wanted to and never allow water here. It's not a great pond. I'll show you another one that's beautiful here in a little bit. In situations like this, we would have to fence it off to keep them off of it and force them to drink out of our freshwater systems, our tire tanks, essentially. So here is a really pretty pond. This was man-made way before we ever got to Ponderosa, obviously. This pond has gone dry probably 3 out of the 5 years that we've been here, just because of the severe droughts we've had. This year, it may hold on, we'll see, because we had a really strong spring and early summer rainfall, but this is a good pond. What I've done is I've done more research on Cryptosporidium and E.coli. Here's what I've learned about testing Cryptosporidium. I've learned even more. Yes, we know it's expensive, and I mentioned that, and some people didn't take that very lightly. They didn't like it that I have to spend over $800 for one water sample. Well, here you go. Here's how difficult it is to test for crypto. First of all, nobody does it in America. There's like less than a handful that test for it. And I realized why nobody tests for Cryptosporidium. Here's the reason. I would have to get out in this pond. I would have to have 10 liters of one pond just to get one result from this pond. Guys, do you know how many ponds we have here? 6 or 7 decent ponds that hold water. These bison have been in all of them. Let's say I've got 7 good ponds. That means I'd have to get 70 liters of water and send those on ice to New Jersey. That is the only place that we have found that will test Cryptosporidium. I talked to a lady there. Her name's Pam. Pam has been very helpful in explaining all this to me. 10 liters for one pond on ice sent to them. It's $860 something for one pond. Whew. That's why I'm a little concerned and frustrated about the Cryptosporidium test. I did talk to DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality, here in the state of Oklahoma. I've talked to other water places. A lot of places used to test for crypto, but because it's such an intense testing and it's not popular anymore, not sure why it's not popular anymore. I just lost 5 calves this year. A lot of these environmental qualities places do not test for crypto anymore, but this place in New Jersey does. I don't know why. So you can understand the difficulty in testing Cryptosporidium, okay? So if you do the math on 7 ponds, 10 liters, that doesn't include the box, that doesn't include the ice, that doesn't include the shipping. I'm looking at spending over $5,000 for Cryptosporidium testing. However, for those of you that wanted me to test this pond, I'm gonna do it. We are going to E.coli test those 6 or 7 ponds. Now, that I can get tested 30 minutes from our hometown, right here at the ranch. I can get it tested in Ada, Oklahoma at a water quality place. Only difference, I've got to get a little bottle of water, dump it out, get out in the pond a little bit, may have to put the old waders on, get out there a little bit, dip it down, typically about a foot below the surface of the water, and get a sample just in a good old-fashioned bottle of water. That is one sample for one pond, and I think it's $30. That seems more like it, because we do know that Cryptosporidium has a connection to E. coli. We do know that. Now, I am not an expert at parasitology. I'm not an expert in water quality. I will admit that. I am not. But I lost 5 calves this year to a parasite that I want to figure out how to make it better. A lot of you ask, can you put something in that pond? I don't think so. My understanding, we could put some stuff in the pond. Will it handle Cryptosporidium? I don't think so directly. The only thing that you can do to get rid of Cryptosporidium, according to my vet, is get them in your corral, force them to drink fresh water, and put chlorine tablets in it. Chlorine tablets will kill the parasite in those calves. Remember something, this does not affect adults. It only affects the young newborn critters. Bovine, bison, okay, cattle, calves, bison calves. I'm sure it would affect foals. I'm sure it would affect lots of newborn animals. Mostly the ungulates here. So, can you put something in your pond? No, you cannot put chlorine tablets in your pond. There's fish in there. There is a living environment in there that we don't like to harm. We're not gonna mess with that. I can control and work on keeping the bison out and offering them a better water. I can control that. Controlling the Cryptosporidium in that pond, it's gonna be difficult. Is it gonna exist as long as these bison can get in these ponds? Absolutely. Why did not other bison ranchers get it? I don't know. But what I did learn when I called this office in Ada, they've had 2 situations. One about 6 months ago, and one here about a day ago. A lady lost some goats to Cryptosporidium. So that is a local place. So it is existing around here. Have people found out what has killed some of their animals? I don't know. I don't know if ranchers has lost any animals. So We're gonna E. coli test that in an upcoming video. I'm gonna get my waders on. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get samples out of all these ponds. We're gonna take them to Ada, America, home of Blake Shelton. Hopefully get some good results on our E. coli testing there, and it'll give us some direction. We know that it's gonna exist in there. How bad is it gonna exist? That's the question, is what I wanna know. How bad is the E. coli? They've been in here in the burn unit for a while, so I'm gonna say that this has probably got a lot in it. Turkey's just chilling in the backyard. Now don't forget, guys, you can check out our website at crosstimbersbison.com. Our bison snack sticks are back. Thank you guys for watching us. We'll see you guys soon. We're gonna keep on bison ranching.